Elk and Elk Serious Lawyers, serious injuries. Call 1-800-ELK Ohio for a free case review. Elk and Elk's a proud partner of your Cleveland Browns. Ranking the Super Bowl commercials, Gibbe has a bunch of them here. I would say, by and large, I thought this group was quite strong. I think that it felt like every commercial, every break was a good one. There weren't too many duds.
I thought the first quarter took a little bit to get going, but then all of a sudden it was just one after the other.
Well, I think we said this earlier, like this Super Bowl was made for us.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The halftime show, the commercials, it was just one heaping bit of nostalgia. One thing after another. As Don Draper said, potent. Nostalgia is potent.
It means that as you said, we're old, brother.
We are, yeah. It's old. We're getting there. All right, let's. So Gibby's got a bunch here. He's got the. You got the Telemundo.
I noticed he didn't put the
goal.
LeBron ad on here. Didn't make it into Gibby's.
The LeBron ad is not on here. He has both the Chevy ones. We've got the Bitcoin one. The
I was going to say I might have missed one.
Coinbase.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. The crypto stuff. You had the avocado. You like that one? The Toyota. Well, that was emotional. LD. The Scrubs reunion, which is a big one for you. Couple other ones that I thought were really strong. I thought the Scarlett Johansson one with her husband was really good with the Amazon Alexa. I thought that was quite strong. The Rocket Mortgage one. Did you have that one on here? The Rocket Mortgage one was great with the Barbie house and then He-Man, the He-Man guys. So basically, they paid for the intellectual property of all of Hasbro. Is that what they did? Because all of a sudden Skeletor shows up and it's a real fixer-upper. I thought that was strong.
Cash Offer Guy. Cash Offer Guy was great.
I thought that was all pretty strong as well. Let's all three. Should we all three do our top? How many you want to do? You want to do 5, 4, 4-1, 3-1?
All right.
4-1 or 3-1, 5-1. What do you want?
4.
All right, number 4. Number 4 for you, Mr. Zegura. What do you have?
Austin Powers, Dr. Evil, Mini-Me. It was such a perfect recreation of a scene from one of those movies, and I love those movies. I thought it was perfect.
For some reason, those don't play as much.
They should.
And they're great,
They're hilarious.
but they do not get much play.
You even had Frau Farbissina smacking him every time he tried to eject.
He's going at Scott. Rob Lowe in the mix.
Rob Lowe is number 2.
Yeah, it was very good. That was an honorable mention for me. That was very strong.
Number 4.
My honorable mentions were that one, the Rocket Mortgage Barbies, and then the Scarlett Johansson and her husband. I thought that was very fun.
I also liked Eugene Levy as the
was great.
Superhero with the long hair. He actually looked
great.
It's insane how he can look like that, but also can look not like that.
Yeah. I even liked some of there was a Toyota one with the Joneses. Everyone was a Jones. I thought that was fun.
And then a Jonas at the end.
Yeah, that was strong. Gibby, what's number 4 for you?
The Lindsay Lohan Planet Fitness.
Well, that just goes.
Got a little raunchy. It got a little. There were some shots taken.
It speaks to she is now spokesperson. Think about what that career. That arc to get to that point.
Boy, has she taken a road.
Yeah, it's a road. Number 4 for me was the 1-minute NFL commercial at halftime where the guys jumped out of the video game.
That was awesome.
And on to the kids' living room.
How's that not on here?
And the kids.
I don't know if that was a commercial or if that was actually part of the halftime.
No, it was commercial for the NFL. So that's great. Like Manning throwing to Walter Payton, and then the grandma coming in, and the parents going, "What's happened here?" Football. The grandma says. I thought that was great.
Yeah.
That was a great commercial.
That could be your house.
4 for me.
I feel
it is. I mean, the kids they kept bugging me to throw to him last night. Bootsy and Beamsy just kept bugging me to throw to him. All right, number 3 for you, Z. What do you got at number 3?
Sopranos. I mean, it was such. Yeah. Just the music evokes, the scenes evoke, and then to see Meadow and AJ meeting up, I loved it. I thought it was great.
Yep.
Same. I
you
literally
had 3 too?
Started getting fidgety because I'm like, where is this going? Is there something coming out that I'm not aware of?
What if they had revealed that Tony was still alive? Too bad they
could I interest you in a television series on HBO with Meadow Soprano as playing Meadow Soprano, who is now an attorney who is trying to clear the Soprano family name? Would we be interested in that series?
Is that a thing?
No, I just made it up.
I like it.
Give me more of that world.
Taking over the family business, even though she doesn't want to take over.
Well, she could take it over like Michael Corleone, though. Try to, do it that way. Try to, it failed for him, obviously.
100%, I would watch that.
Yeah. Number 3 for me was LD. LD was just the fact that he was on the wrong side of every historical decision was spectacular. It was so perfect. The whole thing. It was just great. I loved seeing him. I'm sure he'll be on your list probably much higher, but I love that whole ad with him. I love how much he's leaning into him, like just all in. Like
I'm usually right on most of these
yeah.
things.
Somebody said the fact that Larry David started in an ad promoting a crypto company in 2022 shows that, like, yes, in fact, it is impossible to have enough money in somebody's mind because, like, he doesn't need.
No.
it
Well,
at
Damon
all.
did it too. Damon is in one of those crypto things.
He is, yeah.
All those guys. Wouldn't you say like crypto and the Peacock Network were the two things you saw most of?
And the
Yes.
electric cars.
Electric cars.
Oh, electric. There's a lot of electric cars.
Every
every
brand
car
had
was an
their-
electric car.
yeah.
Yeah, that's true. So LD was 3 for me. So we're on to number 2. Number 2 for you, Z.
Was the Coinbase QR code because I just couldn't believe that it was happening, and it compelled me to get off of my couch.
Did you do it?
And to go, and I got to Coinbase. I made it in early enough. I guess that was early enough to get in that I actually was able to make it to their.
So what happened
their
when you
site.
got in?
So it was a promotion to join Coinbase. It was just you went there and it was to go like sign up for an account at
Yeah, I
Coinbase
was
and
able
get
to get in,
$15
too.
of free Bitcoin if you signed up right then.
Do you have that on your list, Gibby?
I do not have
Okay,
that on my
so
list.
real quick
But I
on
thought
that.
it was cool. I put my phone up. I'm like, I got to trying to follow it to get it to
Yeah.
actually
Like, it is-
scan
that is
was
a-
kind of a pain. But
First of all, two things. Like for me, honorable mention was the Toyota Brothers Paralympic one because it's an incredible story. I was captivated by it, but until I saw here that it said Toyota, I forgot completely it was a Toyota ad. So
There's two things, right? Is it memorable, and is it a good advertisement for the company?
well, right, is it going to
So
generate an
is it
ROI?
gonna- and business, right? Like,
Like,
that's the
the
thing.
Paralympic one's an awesome ad. Cool
Right.
story I never knew about.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with whether or not I'll purchase a Toyota.
No.
This Bitcoin, or the Coinbase one, I'm sorry, basically had nothing up there. Nothing. And yet it was the first one I remembered. It was completely unique, and it took you the ad
Forced action.
forced action right to their spot. It crashed their servers. They got so much action.
Yeah. So what happens for me on that, because, we've been 2 years in the pandemic, and I haven't had to do that much. So I didn't know what was going on for the longest time. I'm like, and Amy's like, what is this? I said, I don't know. And then the boys looked at the other TV, though. She's like, is it the TV? He said, no, it's not the TV. It's definitely an ad, but I don't know I don't understand this. And the boys like, it's on over that, because we had a couple of TVs on there. Like, it's on that TV too, Dad. And I'm like, oh, it's one of these. Like, because that's something that now is common at restaurants.
Yes.
But we haven't, with the kids and through pandemic, like, we didn't go out much. It was pretty locked in. So I wasn't used to scanning things.
Yeah.
So I didn't know what the hell it was.
Did you get up and scan it?
No, because
No.
by the time I realized what it was, I'm like, well, there can't be that much time left in this thing. Like,
You're
so
right.
I didn't. But that's something where you guys probably went out. You don't have the kids all the time, and so you guys are able to do that stuff more. You're able to scanning more menus. That's what jumps into my head when I saw the thing was a menu scan.
It started
More than
before
anything.
all of that. So there was
Yeah.
a way to instantly get people to web pages without them having to type in a full
Right.
web address to get
So
to a very
I've
specific
never done that.
page. It's a
Yeah,
QR code, I think is
that's
what
right.
it's called.
Yeah. So that was, but
That was awesome.
very, very effective. Gibbe, what's number 2 for you?
I had the LD as number 2.
Yeah.
Just
I'm
so
elevating him.
spectacular.
Yeah, I know.
Elevate him right to
I
the
know
top.
I know where he is on your list. I had Canadian Toyota at number 2 for me, and the only reason, just from this is 2 years in a row they did this. They did this with the Russian orphan swimmer,
Yeah.
who didn't have her legs, and they tied that in. I actually probably did it at the Olympics, the Summer Olympics 2 years ago. So tied in with that, and I'll never forget that ad. This one, and I knew what was coming. I knew it was Toyota right away because I remember they did it before. And about halfway through, I'm like, oh, gosh, I know where this is going to go. And then, you get the diagnosis and all of that. My wife's in a puddle of tears.
It's an
Just-
awesome story.
It's an unbelievable story, the way that it got done. And they do a fantastic job with it. So that was number 2 for me.
So number 1 for me is obviously LD.
Yeah.
Being on the wrong side of everything and pointing out the inconveniences and the annoyances of all these
All of it.
massive changes that have helped humanity
Yeah.
spring forward. I've always been right. Unbelievable. It was just,
So apparently
Perfect.
there's an extended version of it
oh.
that has even more things that he's wrong on.
Yes, there is an extended version of it that's
Yeah.
out online this morning.
Fantastic.
Yeah, where he's upset. Like someone talks about indoor bathroom, and he's like, "I want you to do that in the house. That should be outside."
Yeah, outside.
Eh,
We don't make, what
outside.
are we? He's like, we're not animals.
So good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's just great. And you're right. Like for a guy who's worth $1 billion doing crypto commercials still.
Incredible.
Great. Just absolutely crazy.
Incredible.
So good stuff there. Gibby, what was number one for you?
I had the Toyota number one.
Yeah,
I,
it was
product
really?
or not a product. I just thought it was
awesome.
It was well done.
Yeah.
And it's pretty awesome.
Yeah. So number one for me was The Sopranos. To hear, woke up this morning, got yourself a gun.
I got so excited.
I went back of the neck.
Same.
Whoa. And then the shot for shot, just replacing Meadow with her dad, the Chevy Tahoe with the Chevy,
Yeah.
the whole thing. I just was transfixed back. Now, Amy hadn't seen it, and her and I watched it at the start of pandemic from start to finish. So it's fresh in my head again, how great it is. But it brought back so much. And just hearing that music, it's one of the greatest intros in the history. And then the fact that probably for the first time in Sopranos history, AJ Soprano was in a scene and didn't ruin it. Like that.
Kudos to him. What
The key is to not have him talk. That solves it.
was that? The diner?
No, I don't think it was Holston's. Holston's is where I don't think it was that. But she could parallel park, which that was a win
That was a big win.
because she struggled with that.
I was wondering at some point, like, are we going to get, like, obviously how they're able to do it now? Are they meeting him? And it's going to be revealed that he's alive.
I
That's
just
what
thought
I
it was like it was so great, and I just think like for whoever thought that up for Chevy, like the idea that you went back on something again. So much of this was nostalgia, halftime show, all of it, but like to go back 20 years and to pick out the part of that intro that it's a Chevy Tahoe and say, hey, let's play off of that. You know, I mean,
Smart.
it's such a minuscule part.
I'd like to shake that person's hand.
Yeah, that's brilliant, man. That is
Good job by you.
Yeah, that's very, very good job. There were some other. I mean, the Schwarzenegger one with Selma Hayek was great. What are
That
you,
one was
Zeus?
good.
Zeus.
Even the Caesars with the Mannings at the table. There's only
Yeah.
one person that's allowed to be funny at the table.
That's right.
When he told the
Do you want not having it? The Buscemi at the bowling alley.
Oh,
I thought
oh,
we
the
did
little
Lebowski
Lebowski. Yeah.
with Manning and Koepka was
Brooksy?
in the mix. Yeah, and Serena Williams walking in late.
was that Jimmy
That
Butler?
was strong. Jimmy Butler was in there. Yeah, I thought it was from a star power. It was about as much as you could have. I don't know that. I don't remember one with more than that.
There was no Doritos.
Yeah, there was spicy.
Was
the
there?
spicy
Oh,
Doritos
that's right.
with the
Oh,
animal
yeah.
singing.
The sloth came down.
Yep. Yeah. The sloth
But that was
sprinted
the
up.
only
My
one.
kids loved that one with the
Yeah.
sloth. We're under on the dogs because it was ended up being, I think, 8 is what the number was. There was like 8 featuring dogs, and I think the number was 10.5 on that front.
Oh, I've got all that.
Yeah.
Do you have
You wanna
how
do
how
that
we
with
did?
so much more?
Yeah, we can do that. So much more to come. You're
So
listening
much
to Cleveland Browns Daily on 850 ESPN Cleveland. Buying or selling home with Howard Hanna Real Estate Services is going to be a winning strategy. If you plan to make a move this season, they're going to have you covered. At Howard Hanna, every day is game day. Visit howardhanna.com/GoBrowns today. All right, Gibby, what do we have on the props? How do we do?
Well, first and foremost, I had to throw one out because my inability to count on the planes and 4.5 or 5.5.
You can't have half of a plane.
There were 5.
Yeah, number of planes.
Which is why I said it needed to be a half.
8.5.
Yeah, yep. So we're down to 8 questions.
Yep.
Beau Bishop,
Yeah.
7 out of 8. Congratulations,
Ladies and
Green
gentlemen.
Jackets.
What did I get wrong?
The coin toss.
Yeah, same. Tails.
Your chance.
Yeah, 50-50.
Uh,
Felt like you went on an island against me and Bo quite a bit on this.
Well, I went 6 out of 8, and I finished in second.
Wow. What did you get wrong then? What did he do?
That would mean that one Nathan Zegura
Third place finish out of the Z.
last.
Oh boy.
What did he go? 5 and 3?
He took the under on the national anthem.
On my own?
Yes.
I thought that was like the second thing. I thought we didn't diverge, you and I, for like 5 of them.
No, I think it. Yeah.
No, so Zegura, you wrote down that you and Bo were under, but on Bo's sheet,
Over.
Bo had said over.
Over.
Mm.
Because it went down. It went from 140 to 138. She put a double brave on at the end of that thing.
You lost the coin toss.
Yeah.
Of course. Tails does fail.
You did say there would be a walk-off field goal kicked in regulation.
Yep.
So you missed that. And you were wrong on the total songs at halftime.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
sure.
That, we had a lot of
DraftKings
discussion
had it
about
at
that.
10,
Sure.
Yeah.
and it was 10.5.
All right.
They got
Good thing
10 in?
Yes.
Good thing I had all my I feel like when he played the piano notes, he played like 3 different songs on the piano. I think those should each count.
That's what I looked at. I had to go and look at a couple
true.
different sites because I'm like, are we sure it was only 10?
Well, the set list
I really
had
felt
8.
like it was more than that.
The set list had 8. It had 2 Mary J's, 2 Kendrick, 1 Eminem, and 3 Dre/Snoops. So the set list had 8. But I was surprised how long. Like Mary J sang a lot.
30.
Yes.
They gave her
And she
a
was
big platform.
awesome. Like
By the way,
she was great. But like,
the reason why Eminem didn't get more, Eminem's from Detroit.
oh, there you. Yeah, maybe
I
that's
know
it.
that, but
could
it's
be
still
it.
Eminem.
But
that's probably it. It was
that's
all
the
LA
big thing.
heavy.
The other ones are all California.
Yeah. All right. Next level coming up next. Thanks for listening, everybody. Cleveland Browns Daily, 850 ESPN Cleveland.